Welcome if you're new here, welcome back if you've been here before. I am exhausted, so we're doing a video and I need to eat. Priorities of a content creator. Welcome again if you're new here. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. The crazy because you see priorities. Crazy, just knowing it's okay to be your authentic self, not pretending to be something or someone else that you're not, and not even really believing that you need to be something or someone else other than who you are. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. Set the standard for yourself. Y'all know this lip is bomb. Y'all know this popping eyeliner is bomb. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand, a certain tool, or a certain technique. Use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Because here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we are about self-acceptance and self-love. Embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feel like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. That's what we're about here, and I do hope that that resonates with you. Two things I need to let you know if you are new here. If you've been here before, say it with me. I curse sometimes in videos and live streams because I curse sometimes, period. Number two, there's a little organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gargles, and what? Belches. I always say excuse me whether I think you heard it or not. So that's the intro. We are doing today, as you can see from the title, our July beauty budget update. It was not in my calendar to do, and I purchased something today, which is August 5th, and I thought, oh, let me update, my document. And then I'm like, wait a minute, did I do the video from last month? So here's the notes. Just one paper this time. I remember 1 month we had like 3. So we're just going to jump in. And I went back as far as April because the last update, I had said I was going to start keeping a total of the dollar amount that I spent, I said that I was going to keep a total of what I spent every month because I hadn't been doing it. And so I didn't have any notation from March. I didn't have any from February, which I think is when I started even doing, keeping track of everything as far as the numbers, because I was keeping track of what I was spending, but I wasn't adding up the numbers. And so I have April, May, June, July, and this is August 5th. This is for July. So what I purchased on July 8th was from the Fenty website. I don't know, they had a sale or something going on. But I purchased, was this from Fenty or from Ulta? It was 15% off a $50 or more order. And Rakuten was doing 4% cash back. So I purchased 2 more of the amplified eye primers. This was from the Fenty website. Because I know let me slow down. I know I'm going to use them. It's the only eye primer I use, and I do go through them. I go through at least 2, maybe 3 a year. So having backups of those is a very good thing for me. I bought a cream gloss bomb, and I don't remember which one that I purchased. For some reason, I don't even know. I don't even know. And I think because I just needed something for the discount, which is not a good reason to purchase something. I already had cookie jar. I already had, I think I only got 3 gloss bombs. Something was free with purchase. No, I only have 2 creams. Okay, that makes it simple. So that means I purchased Fenty Glow, which is this shade. Previously, Grace had given me cookie jar, and this is what made me realize I like them. So now I have this one, and I have 4 just regular. Just making sure. These are just, oh no, I have another cream. Oh shoot. I purchased that before. Okay, so the one that I purchased in July was the Fenty Glow gloss bomb, the cream one, and that's what that looks like. Excuse me for how I'm acting, y'all. I know I should be eating and then laying down. Priorities. So for Fenty website, I spent $56.10. And Rakuten was having, excuse me for smacking, Rakuten was having 4% cash back. I have a link for Rakuten below if you're not using any type of cashback app. I have a website, not a website, I have a link for the Fenty website below, and for Ulta, and for Sephora, and for MAC. Those are the 3 brands I purchased from this month. Oh my gosh, an ocular aura is starting in my right eye. Shit. What time is it? Because I do keep track. It's almost 10 o'clock. Let me see. The clock is way over there. Is it almost 10? It's almost 11 o'clock actually. Jeez. Another time I did a video, Monocular Aura started. It was just like, what's the world? But at least I'm not doing my makeup this time. Because I'm looking down and the blind spot is starting. And I'm just like, what is happening? Yo, this is so trippy. On the 11th of July, I made a purchase from, this is so funny. I made a purchase from Ulta because the Fenty lip liners came out. And I'm like, I'm not spending $20 for a lip liner. And so what I lied to myself about was, you know, I'm going to purchase 2 of the NYX retractable eyeliners because I do prefer retractables because I don't feel like I'm wasting product. And, you know, Ulta always has sales for their non-prestige stuff. And so for these 2, they were $5 each. And it was 25% off of your in-store order pickup. Order online, pick up in store. So I paid $3.75 a piece for these. 2% Rakuten cash back. And there was a point multiplier event going on. So I earned 33 points for this. And I paid $7.50. Yes, I did turn around and buy 2 of the Fenty lip liners. And that's not on here. Okay, that's missing because that was in July. Damn. I'm missing something. Okay. Sephora on the 25th of July. I purchased the Natasha Mini Rose palette. I had $5 rewards points, which brought it down to $22, which is what I paid. Rakuten was 2% cash back. But even though I used the $5 rewards, you have to use your Sephora credit card to use the rewards points. And so did I really save money in the long run? No, I did not. So using those reward points is deceptive because you need to use your credit card to use the points. And yeah, as I said, Rakuten was 2% cash back, but the interest rate on that card is more than 2%. But trust me, it will be paid off. So, and I went to the MAC store because I remember last time I used one of my BYOPs, I was saying how that purple was very dry. And I don't remember it being dry at all. And so I went into the MAC store to repurchase the purple. This is $11, and this is called Power to the Purple. So I went in there, I saw this, and then I glanced over. This is reminiscent of when I had gotten those connecting colors. I went in there to pick up an order from online, and I looked over and was like, this was 11 bucks. I think I might have linked it to in-store from Rakuten on my phone, but it was only 11 bucks. And so I did pay $11 for that. So this is what I looked over and saw. I am doing a dedicated video for this, so you will not see this here. Janessa, her website is Janessa J Champagne. I will tag her below because I mentioned her, and I will try to remember to link the video of this. This is the MAC Pride palette, y'all. And I remember saying for the connecting colors, they look so much better in person. And the limited edition ones that they came out with in the fall for the winter, they look so much better in person. I was like, oh my goodness. And so this, I had no intention at all on getting this, like not at all. And in looking at the colors, like some are similar to colors I have. I don't have the exact ones. So I'm gonna have a whole project thing coming up, which is why I'm gonna dedicate this to a whole video. So you're not even gonna see this in this video, but I am excited as hell. This palette cost $150. I said it. I didn't even need to clear my throat. I asked the lady at the store, I said, is there a chance that this is ever gonna go on sale? She said no. And I'm like, damn. She said, because, I'm gonna read it to you. Viva Glam, 100% of this palette's price supports MAC Viva Glam's mission of LGBTQIA+ equality and a better future for all. And then it has it again in another language. So how some brands, oh, if you purchase this, 10% of the proceeds, which means 10% of the profit, some even have like 1% of the profit. This 100% of the price, 100% of this palette's price supports LGBTQIA. So buying this $150 went to that organization. I feel good about that. And y'all know I like MAC shadows. And the packaging, y'all. And I'm going to say it here. I said it earlier because I just found out today. Today is August 5th, as I said. I purchased this on July 31st. Rakuten was having 3% cash back. And I made sure to link it to my Rakuten to make sure that that goes in there. I found out today. The pins in here are removable. So you can pop any of these out and put in one of their singles in here. And if you buy a MAC that's in a single compact, you can depot it and put in here. So you can switch it around or leave it like it is or put in a different MAC shadow. And I said, that is a game changer. Because I've heard people say, oh, if I got it, I would never use it. It would be a keepsake. Nah, use it. But you can always and forever keep the packaging because you can just put other MAC shadows in here. And I was like, damn. Because I know I don't hold on to packaging. But that's the palette, though. That's the packaging of the palette. That's not like Pat McGrath boxes, because I don't keep the boxes if I think I'm going to keep the palette. But so, yeah, so I'm not even going to show you because I am. I'm going to show you. I'm just going to show you the packaging. And when she said that, yeah, you can remove them, I was like, what? This is the packaging, y'all. And it's like a puffer jacket. Like this, you see this? And it feels really nice. It feels really soft, and you see that it's squishy. And I didn't even take this off yet. And I was just like, because this is something to keep. And so not only can you use all the shadows, you can take them out and replace them with the singles in the compact or the Pro Pen singles. That's a game changer for this. And so for people who are like, I wouldn't use it, I'll just keep it because the packaging is pretty. Nah, still use it because you can put other shadows in here. So I was just like, so I'm hella excited. I have not swatched anything. It is 40 shadows. This video is not about that, but y'all, I was just like, this ocular aura is getting larger. When I look over here, because it moves when you move your eye, when I look here, it's over here. When I look right here now, it's from here all the way here. So where I'm looking right now, all I can see of me is this area. I can see this area, and I can see down here and here. I cannot see the rest of my face where I'm looking at right now. These ocular auras, some people call them ocular migraines. They're very trippy. It creates a blind spot, but because it starts small and then it gets bigger and bigger until it dissipates. And so when it's this big, because it's taking up from here all the way over, I know it's about to dissipate because it just starts and then it goes. But and when it happens when I'm driving, I have to just like kind of look a certain way so I can see. Oh my gosh. So for July, I spent a total of $246.60. And I feel really good about that. Those two lip liners. I do believe Ulta was having another point multiplier or something. They were 20 a piece, so that was $40. I forget what Rakuten was having. So let's just add 40 to this. And so let me write this on here. 20 a piece, 40. So we have $246.60. We're just going to go ahead and add 40. I'm thinking there was a sale or I had a coupon code or something though, because Ulta always has coupon codes, and they have been having some recently that included Prestige, but we're just going to put the 40 because I'm not sure. So just to go up instead of being short. So we'll say for July, I spent $286.60. June surprised me. I spent $410.62. May, I spent $319.14. And April, I spent $324.67. So it seems to be around 300-ish is my sweet spot, which it ain't really sweet, but as long as my beauty budget is cool, I'm cool with it. But so yeah, so we spent $286.60 in July, and almost half of that was this because this was $150. But $150 of that goes to that organization, and I'm like, that's what other brands need to do. Because when you're talking about 10% of the proceeds, that's 10% of profit. So after everything is paid for, whatever profit is 10% off of that. And so it's really not a lot. And so I tell people, if I want to support, I'm not going to buy something just to support an organization. for 1% of the profit or 10% of the profit. I will just donate, don't I don't know what I want to say. I'll just donate directly to the organization, because then they get all of what I'm sending. And so when you see, and I think Hourglass might do that, and other brands do it too, read carefully what it says. Because if it's like 1% of the proceeds, 10% of the proceeds, if you just want to support that organization and you want them to have every penny of what you send, just send a check to that organization. That's all I'm gonna say. But this, I'm just excited that this, and it's squishy. It's like a puffer jacket. I am so excited about this palette. So we're gonna go. So let me know where you are. I know I ask this every month. I'm hoping to encourage you to have a beauty budget. And for those who are new, what I did was months ago, I designated a separate bank account because I have several accounts and one was just sitting unused. And so I said, you know what? I'll put X amount of dollars in there a month from different avenues that come in, and that'll be my beauty budget. And I use the debit card for that account. So there's no interest rate, there's no fees, none of that. So it just comes like a debit right out of my account when I use that debit card. And so that keeps me from paying interest and fees. And it also, whatever's in the account, that's what's in the account. And whatever's there, it does roll over. So my YPP goes in there. I put in 50 from my VA disability in there. When I co-host an event, I put, I think, either 50 or 100 in there. Rakuten, that money goes in there because whatever I use Rakuten for is makeup stuff. So that goes back in there. So when I be saying Rakuten cashback, whatever percentage, when I get that check every quarter, that goes in there. And I forget what else. And so whatever's in there is in there. And once it's gone, it's gone. But I'm careful not to zero it out because that's not a good feeling. Because what if something pops up and I'm like, damn it, I can't afford that. And so all of this is part of becoming a conscientious consumer, really analyzing what I'm buying. Why do I want it? I do have an accountability partner as well. So whenever one of us thinks of something or we see something and we'll text back and forth, okay, well, why do you want it? Is it going to add to your collection? Is it going to be unique to your stash? Are you really going to use it? Do you just want it because it's pretty? Do you have similar stuff? So we hold each other accountable. And so that has helped me a lot. And also using a bank account, a debit card for a set account, that helps me track what I'm spending as well. Because if I just say, oh, $200 a month, well, if that's coming out of my regular daily account, how am I tracking that? Unless I'm like very, very like being tedious with it. But this way I can just open up the app, how much money's in there. Okay, I can get this or don't get that or whatever. And so that has really helped me to have a designated account, not using my credit cards, making sure I'm using Rakuten, my perpetual low buy, don't buy anything full price. So it has to be on sale. There has to be a discount code or in the least a point multiplier, which Ulta is very good for. And then I'm missing something, and coupons. And so that gives a lot of opportunities for shopping. Sales, codes, coupons, point multipliers. That's four opportunities to shop right there without paying full price for stuff. And so I just want to encourage you to think about what you're spending, excuse me for smacking, why you're spending. And as I said, I do ask this every month. And so I know some of you don't have a beauty budget, but some of you also only use cash for stuff, or I should say not a credit card to purchase stuff. Some of you do have a budget, but it's kind of like a little bit of leeway. Some of you just mentally keep track. And so I just want to encourage you to really think about why you want something, like those questions I just asked. Does it add to your collection? Is it going to be unique to stuff that you have? How realistic is it that you're actually going to continue to use it and continue to enjoy it? Or is it duping something else that you have? Or even if it's multiple palettes, do you have those shades already? And why do you want it? Do you want it because it's pretty? Do you want it because of nostalgia? Do you want it because it's hyped up? Because I tell you what, when something's hyped up, give it a month. You won't hear about that palette again unless it's in somebody's roundup the next month. It won't be like, oh, look at these looks I'm continuing to do with this palette, because they're not. And so really thinking about why do I want it and being real with yourself. And if you just want it because you want it, that's okay. Just be honest with yourself. And that's where, excuse me for smacking, my accountability partner comes in handy, because we ask each other those questions and then we're like, And we don't never tell each other get it or don't get it, because as we answer the questions, we find our own answer. You know what I'm saying? And so, but it really does help just to slow us down and to stop and to think, why do I want this thing? And sometimes for me, I still will get something and then I'm just like, because I have my moments. And sometimes I emotional shop. I'm still grieving right now. And then sometimes when I'm sleepy, it's like watching, you know, QVC in the middle of the night. Everything looks good. Everything looks like you need it now. And so there's times when I'm sleepy. I'm a lot better at not shopping while I'm sleepy. Because that was a thing from before I had the budget, where I'd be like, oh, look at this, buy it. And the next day I'm like, what did I do yesterday? What did I do at 3 in the morning? Oh, damn, I bought something. Like, seriously, y'all, be like, what the hell? But, so we're going to leave that here. So think about those things. Ask yourself those questions when you're buying stuff. And honestly, a lot of stuff, there's going way back thousands and thousands and thousands of years. There's nothing new under the sun. Trust me, even if you have only 10 eyeshadow palettes, you have the colors of whatever's coming out these days. It might be a different finish or a different formula. It might be less shiny, more shiny, whatever. But you have those colors. Like, trust me, you do. A good channel to watch, a great channel to watch. Joe Beauty 87, aka Grace. She is queen of the dupes. She will show you a palette, even though this isn't, and she'll be like, why you don't need, she always claps when she says it, why you don't need this palette? And she'll show you 2, 3, 4, 5 other palettes that the color stories are similar. Not exact, but similar. And depending on what you put a shadow next to, it may look like that shadow. And she'll do battles. One palette on this eye, another palette on this eye. This is a new one, this is something else. And sometimes you cannot tell the difference. We have all the things, y'all. We have all the things. And even though I have 7 House Labs blushes, when I put them on, you can't tell which one is hibiscus haze and which one is lavender blonde and which one. You can tell which one is the sky because that's that bold red one. But the rest of them, they kind of look the same. Like once you put them on and blend them in, so it's like, So even with that, but I do love each one though. So I'm not saying don't get all the House Labs. I have 7. But I'm just saying we have, but I will tell you this though. The only other blushes I have are ones that were gifted to me. Because I'm like, I have 7 blushes. I have every shade I could ever want. Like, seriously. And that's how I really feel. That's how I really believe. And highlighters. I have 4 from House Labs, a Pat, and a MAC. And I'm like, what other color do I need? I am going to do a full inventory one day. I'm going to ask my members. If you want to become a member, that link is down below. I ask my members a lot of questions. Should I do it this way? Should I do a premiere? Should I do a live stream? You know, should I just do a regular video? And so, and they let me know. And then I do polls also. And, you know, these are the options. Or they can write their own answers to stuff. So if you want to be on the inside of what's happening here at the Crazy Troll Nation, become a member. It's only $2.99 a month. I was just rubbing this, wasn't I? This is from a procedure I had. But this, y'all, my skin is just... So yeah, so if you want to be in on the inside and to have some input into how I roll out my content, that's a good way to do that. It's $2.99 a month. It is not a lifelong decision. You can cancel at any time. And there's an exit interview. Like if you do cancel, it'll ask you like why or whatever. And I'll see that. Nobody has left yet. But I will see it, but it won't say your name. And so if you do join and then you leave, you know, just fill out why you left. Just so I'll know, because maybe it's something I need to change. And I do members post at least once a week, sometimes 2 or 3 times a week. So I'm asking questions or just saying, hey, I did this, check this out. Or, you know, what are your thoughts on this? And sometimes I do member exclusive videos. If members say, yeah, just make this exclusive, it'll be just for them. So there's some videos that only members get to see. So, but if you want just to see more of me and to be more of what I do here, becoming a member is the way to do that. And why was I going there? Oh, because I'm thinking of if I want to do my entire makeup inventory as a live stream or as a premiere. If it's a live stream, I know it's going to be long as hell. It's going to be long as hell. And I have a small curated stash. And everything I have is right here. I can see all of my makeup right here except backups. I can see everything right here. I can like touch everything right here. But it still would be long because I do read all the comments and I respond to what people are typing in during the live stream. And if it's a palette I love, I can tell you now, I'm gonna go off on a tangent on why I love it. So yeah, so that's what I'm debating, but we'll see what the members say about that. So again, I hope I gave you something to think about as far as your beauty budget, if you have one, if you should start one, how to get started. I got started just writing down what I was purchasing and how much I spent. And actually, I wasn't even tallying the total. I was just putting, okay, the lip liners was $20 a piece. I got 2, that's 40. Rakuten, you know, 10% cash back. I had, you know, $5 off gift card or something, but I wasn't keeping the total. Like now I can say for this month I spent such and such. So I started just asking myself those questions for my perpetual low buy, and then rolled that into, let me keep track of these numbers. And that rolled into, I need to just have a well, not need to, but it would benefit me to have that separate account just for that, and it to be a bank account where I can just debit and not have fees or interest rates. And so it was a very slow process. And so if you don't know where to start and you want to start, feel free to leave your comments down below, and you know, I'll just let you know how I did it, which is what I just said, but sometimes it helps to see it versus just hearing it, so that way you can just do your own checklist and you can write it however you want and just keep track of what you're doing and where you are in your process, because times is hard, y'all. Inflation is going up, everything is going up, but you know, pay isn't going up. You know what I'm saying? And so we need to make the most of our money, and we're going to keep buying makeup, period. We're going to, because we really like it, and I do know that. And so it's just about being more aware and more conscious of where our money is going, because you know, this was $150. My electric bill is not even $150. Actually, my electric bill came in the mail today, and it was $116 and like 80 cents. This palette was more than my damn electric bill. So it's like, what? And so just to put it in perspective, you know what I mean? I love, again, that $150 is going to that organization, and that was just a bonus. But I do really like MAC shadows, and it's 40 in there, so it's like, what, $3 and something per shadow. Like, it's the numbers is just like, whoa. So I'm really going to go, because I could go on about that palette, and we will do a dedicated video for that palette, and I'll ask the members too if they want that to be a live or maybe a premiere. I'm not even sure, but I need to go eat, and I'm exhausted, and I do appreciate my members, each and every one of you, because y'all do be helping me out a lot. Because y'all see I'll be having a lot of questions, and half the time I'll be delirious like right now. So we're going to go. Thank you for being here. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Let me know about your budget. And something's popping up for you to watch over here. So just hang tight if you can. And I appreciate you. And you will see me soon.